If you're an accountant and you've been thinking, how the heck do I combat AI and not just survive, but actually thrive, this video is for you. I'm going to break down the 3 keys to your success: picking the right industry, offering higher level services than just bookkeeping and tax, and becoming the number 2 at every single client. Who am I? Real quick, I'm Andrew Hunzicker. I'm a CPA. I founded DOPE CFO. I help plan and lead the AI CPA Cannabis Conference every year, as well as talk on all kinds of mainstream media from Forbes, Wall Street Journal to also cannabis stages. And myself and my community have served thousands of cannabis clients. Let's dive in and let me show you exactly how you can thrive in this new AI world. But first, let's review real quick what's actually going on. So PwC, the biggest accounting firm in the world, is saying, this was last year, they were saying they expected end-to-end AI audit automation within this year right now. That's obviously more complicated than bookkeeping or tax returns. And so I thought audit would take longer. They're saying, no, that's going to be done this year. Intuit's rolling out every kind of possible AI format as well. They're going to be competing with you as well. And even Goldman Sachs is saying on the finance side, they're also doing the same thing. This is only going to accelerate very, very quickly. And when we look at the things that AI is attacking on the white collar side right now, it hit the software coders first. Next, it's hurting junior attorneys. And right after that, accountants, bookkeeping, and tax returns. It's coming very quickly. So my prediction, and actually I think less than 2 years, definitely within 2 years, more than likely by mid-2027, bookkeeping, bank recs, data entry, payroll, filling out a tax return, maybe audits, that's it. Game over. Human beings don't do that anymore. So if that's how you are making a living or planning to make a living, you better think of something new. That is not the way to survive or thrive in the AI world. There's no turning back. These AI assistants already can be loaded with the entire tax code, both federal and states, all GAAP accounting rules, smarter than any audit partner. They work 24/7 for zero, or not zero, but not high costs. Even overseas can't compete with this. And the big firms like Intuit, who has a long history already of competing with their customers, and big firms, national firms, regional firms, software companies, they're going to offer this to clients for free, whether it's Xero, Accounting Suite, Intuit, QBO, Price Waterhouse. They're going to offer it for free. You can't compete with that. They'll use it as a loss leader to get into the deeper dive stuff. So let's get into the 3 keys. First and foremost, you gotta pick your industry correctly. You cannot be a generalist. Those days are gone. You need to pick an industry, and there's about 1,000 industries you can choose from. 99% of them are saturated, old school, not AI proof. You've got to make this choice correctly. It's like picking a major in college. You want to see massive growth within the industry. You want to see high complexity. And so I'm going to be talking about cannabis as fitting all these keys, and hemp. So we want to see multi-vertical. So like in cannabis, we have farming, we have processing plants, we have manufacturers of food and beverages, we have distributors, we have testing labs, and we have retailers, many times within the same company. So we want to have complexity. We want the average mom and pop, whether it's down the street from me in my tiny rinky-dink town of Bend, Oregon, or a big city. We want the minimum bar, these companies, to be 3 to 5 million minimum, but more likely 10 to 30 million in size. That means they can pay bigger fees. We want these business owners to be easy to find. We want the industry to be growing very rapidly so that new business owners are constantly coming in looking for CFOs. We want it to be fun. And most importantly, we want the industry itself to be AI proof. So anything that's food or beer or beverage or consumable like cannabis that we use and need more of repeatedly every week or not, that's an AI proof industry. And then finally, if you don't find a lot of startups, VCs, private equity, et cetera, it's probably not a good industry. That's a good hint. Now let's talk about cannabis meeting all those criteria. But not only that, literally just a month ago, the Justice Department, the DOJ, the DEA, we already had approval in the federal government from the HHS Department and the FDA. Now we have the president's executive order in December. After that was followed up by the Justice Department, the Attorney General and Department of Justice saying cannabis is no longer a criminal drug. It's a qualified Schedule III medicine. The biggest news we've had this century. We are going to see this industry that's already grown from 0 to 50 billion over the last 12, 14 years. We're going to see that double in the next 2 years. There has never been a better time to join this industry. This is just the start. We're seeing even the few non-cannabis states left over. There's only a handful of them coming in saying that's going to be in the midterms this year. We're seeing new congressional action talking about descheduling cannabis altogether and making it just like alcohol. We're seeing cannabis companies start to uplist to public exchanges, safer banking. We're seeing an explosion in new medical research already. We're seeing lots and lots of new investors and lenders come on board. And so it's moving quickly. This just came out as well. Congress has the votes to pass federal reform on top of all this, making it more like alcohol. Again, lots of news stories on this, but the effects for us as ancillary providers, and this includes attorneys, accountants, CFOs, marketing teams even, but for us as CFOs and accountants, this means our clients, first and foremost, are making a ton more money. The punitive tax rules that ruled cannabis companies last 25 years are gone. They now have access to the full tax code. That means every cannabis company you see in the U.S., every single one of them, all 200,000 of them, their profits just went up 25% overnight. So they've got more money. They can scale now. They can grow. It's bringing in new investors. Tax returns are more complex. The gap of cost accounting is complex. Clients need us more than ever. There's going to easily be 30 to 80,000 new startups in the next 12 to 18 months that are all going to need CFOs, and they're going to need more and deeper services. So the industry's there. This chart of growth in the cannabis industry doesn't include hemp, which is a $30 billion industry too. Also, this was before the news of legalization. So we're going to see this chart that was very good growth to 2030. It's going to completely hockey stick, and we're going to see this industry go way over 100 billion very quickly. So that brings us to key number 2. We're not going to pitch bookkeeping or tax returns to these clients. We're going to pitch much deeper, higher level strategic CFO services. And this is actually the fun stuff. And you'll get to decide as the quarterback for these clients whether you use a human bookkeeper or an AI bookkeeper or whoever does your tax return, but you're going to be focused on the strategic, financial planning, analysis, cash flows, strategic planning, tax planning, profitability optimization, capital raise, M&A, exit support, strategic decision making, even operations. We'll dive into that since we're cannabis experts. We can help them with HR, compliance, insurance, banking, software, much more. Also risk mitigation controls. These are all things that add value to a company, unlike bookkeeping and tax returns that are just a cost. This is what companies will pay you the top dollar for. And this is what you need to be able to do. If you can pick the right industry, offer higher level services, and then the key 3, how do we deliver this deep value by being what I call the number 2 at the company? The number 1 most important in any company is the CEO. We'll let them have that role, but we want to be number 2, not the COO, not the marketing team, not the sales guy. We want to take that number 2 role. And historically, the CFO is that. We act as a co-pilot to the CEO, and we help them literally from pre-startup all the way through growth to exit. We're there. We own the back office. We're the quarterback. We don't do all these things on listing, but we oversee all these things. Bookkeeping, payroll, tax, of course, but HR, software, AI, compliance, licensing, insurance, banking, much more. We're going to oversee all that value. We find and deliver value in every part of the business, even if we get our hands into operations or marketing or sales. And we're that right-hand person to the CEO. We're the ones they always think of when there's any kind of issue or problem. We want them to say, I'm going to go to Andrew. He's going to help me with this. They get used to that. And guess who's not going to win in this? Massive accounting firms, regional firms, bookkeepers, tax people. They're not offering these deep dive services, and clients and CEOs of great industries don't want it. I've done 1,000 things to add value as a CFO. And I'm not going to read all these, but there's many, many ways we can find value in every area of the business. And again, this makes us AI-proof. This is why clients are going to need us. Robots can't do all this stuff. They can't be there to put out a fire left and right, day in and day out. And so we're going to be able to do that. If we can do those 3 things, pick the right industry, offer deep, broader services, and become the indispensable number two at the company. We are completely AI proof. We're going to have high quality clients. We don't need 50 clients. We can have 4 clients or 5 clients and easily have $1 million firm. We'll have clients that value us, clients who respect us, predictable revenue, and we can add equity into our bid for clients as well. It's very nice to get equity as part of your fee as a CFO in these companies. And by the way, all CFOs get equity in clients. It's been around for 50 years, and that will continue. And then you have the chance for some big home runs. You can work remotely, set your own schedule, do work that matters, and again, have more impact. You're having impact on the company. It's more fun. It's strategic. It's not, I'm your accountant or your bookkeeper. No, I'm the key strategic financial advisor to the CEO. This is the way to AI proof your business. And in fact, the AI CPA backed me up just a few months ago by saying CFOs are becoming the co-pilots. Well, great. They've been following me for quite a while. I'm actually on the AI CPA cannabis committee as well. So good to see them as well. So 2026, this is the year this launchpad is starting. There's never been a better time to participate in this. If you're looking at getting out of bookkeeping or tax or leaving your job or corporate or worried about layoffs, by the way, those are coming. They're not only coming, they're here right now. I talk to accountants every week, and I have for 8 years on our program, and an incredible uptick in the amount of people getting laid off. And not only the people that are getting laid off, the people that are out in the workforce and they're trying to get rehired. Nobody's rehiring at big firms or whatever. So you need to pick that great niche. 1 in 6 are on you. And then continue to invest in yourself always and forever. If you want to come into this niche, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on this list are what we provide at DOPE CFO. We help you become a thought leader quickly. We give you a client acquisition to find and land high-paying client 1. And then most importantly, we give you that top shelf product to deliver to that client, all those things I've talked about, so that your clients will not only pay you a lot of money, 10, 20 grand a month or more, and be happy about it, refer you to others. That's how you get raving fans and you can build a great firm. So if you want to learn more about DOPE CFO and our 6.0 program, click the link under this. We have a training on exactly how we can get you into this industry right now. And you can even book a call with me and we can go over everything that's in the program. So thanks for your time and hope you can AI proof your firm.